Hi, welcome to Yoga to Transform. Today we're talking to a wonderful woman called Vicki. Welcome, Vicki. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me here.
I love it.
You can see my facial expression.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. She's like, thank you for inviting me here.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking about yoga to transform love.
My favorite topic.
Yes, my favourite topic too. I love this topic actually. Love's
Yeah.
such a big topic for me.
Yes.
So you've recently done the Yoga to Transform Love course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. How was it?
As you know, that I just came back from overseas traveling, and I came home and I'm alone and finished all the traveling, so I was free. So I think, oh, now what I should do? I got this course.
Yes.
I got this course. So I was just like, I shouldn't do that. I should take pace, but I think I took me maybe 4 days finish it.
Yes.
The reason why is because it is actually very addictive to do this course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me more. What made it addictive?
I think the structure, like, you separate into 28 days, right?
Yes.
And in each day, when you finish the course, you have this mark as complete.
Yeah.
When I finished the complete, it's just so rewarding.
Yeah.
And getting so addictive. Oh, next, I want to go to the next day and mark as a rewarding and mark as a complete as well. That's the reason why. Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
besides, I feel really good when I'm doing the course. I was like, I feel so relieved. I think I told you that, and that's the reason why. Halfway through the course, I was telling my best friend Sarah, "You should do it. You should do it." So.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So what made you feel good when you were doing the course? What was it that you think made you feel good?
I think before the course, I was in this scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
I was very fearful.
Yeah.
I'm so scared that I'm not able to find another guy that I will fall in love. I think it's no problem for a guy to fall in love with me.
Yeah. I don't think so either. Look at you. You're gorgeous. Yeah.
I'm just joking. But I felt like I'm not able to love anymore.
Right.
So
right.
So I'm scared that I'm not able to give the love to the person who probably is meant for me, and I'm scared of when I become a saggy old lady and I will be alone, no family, no kids, and I'm very fearful. But after this course, I felt like I have this abundance mentality. I feel like I have so much love to give. I don't have to worry about this. It will come to me.
Yes.
Naturally.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't worry about it anymore. It's very interesting. Just 4 days.
Wow.
Like I'm so relieved, and that's what I say. Like I think 2024 is gonna be so amazing for me because I right now in this very high vibration.
Yes.
So come to me.
Yeah. Okay, anyone that's single, that's a man out there. Vicki's open.
Yeah, my heart is wide open.
Heart is wide open.
Yeah.
Scarcity mentality's been smashed, and
Yes.
you are ready to love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ready to love. Yeah.
Ready to love. Yeah, because I guess the first week is open to receive love, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
kind of smashes you wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I like the course, because you separate into maybe 4 modules.
Yes.
Like give and receive love, and then love yourself, and
Yeah.
the third one is love others,
Yes.
and the end is love is, right?
Yeah, love
Yes.
is. Yeah.
So it's very systematic. That's the reason why I actually. Okay, can I talk something about Tony Robbins?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
So right now I'm in this group called the Inner Circle, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So before I joined that, I was like, oh, nah, there's another course I have to pay. I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw an interview of Tony, and he said it's okay. Like you go watch free videos on YouTube, whatever. There's so many resources there, but it's not systematic. So you can't, But if you go pay money, join a course, everything is arranged in a system, so you can get out of anything from there, the knowledge, everything more effectively. And that's the reason. Oh yeah, you're so right. Okay, now I'm in the inner circle. That's the reason why I really recommend anyone. We should pay money
Yeah.
to hire the professional, pay
Yes.
money to hire the content, pay money
Yes.
to hire the lawyer, pay money to go to the yoga studio, or pay money to study about love. That's the reason why.
Yeah, fantastic. And you're right, because someone's taken their time to systematically pull this together so that you go through the process of opening to receive love and blowing away your scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
So what were some of the big ahas that you received during the training?
Oh God, okay, I'm gonna very excited talking about this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which day. It's very at the end of day 21, day something.
Yeah.
Love is the ground of being.
Yes. Yeah.
And the aha moment is because you're talking about this lady who wrote A Return to Love. Her
Yes.
name is called Marianne Williamson.
Yes. Yeah.
So you say people do two things. One is act of love,
Yes.
another one is call of love.
Yes.
So when you say act of love, it's very easy for me to understand. And I think when you say about call of love, I was like a little bit confused. Same was Andrea, I think,
Yes.
in the interview.
Yes.
And when you expand it afterward, I was like, wow, that's so correct. Like,
Yeah.
because when people, for example, our spouse, when they say something very, like when they are angry,
Yeah.
and they something very hurtful to you,
Yeah.
maybe their intention is not like they are trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
We should say something behind the surface, which is
Yeah.
they're actually crying for love. They're
Correct.
crying for love from you,
Yes.
and they are angry on the surface, but behind that, they are hurtful.
Yeah.
They're frustrated,
Yeah.
so they want your love.
Yes.
So that for me is an aha moment.
Yeah, big aha moment. I remember that was an aha moment for me, was that learning, but also too when I was being angry or mean or hurtful, like I was really needing love in those moments, which I think was always the truth. And then to then understand that someone else being that way just needs me to love them even more.
Yes.
Because for whatever reason, sometimes it's just an uncertainty or a safety or a security or
connection, love,
yes. Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
or significance,
Yes.
because they want to feel important in front of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that is a big aha moment.
Yeah, very big.
Any other ones or?
Actually there are many.
Yeah.
So self-love.
Yeah.
Which is very important. Like you can love yourself in many ways. Like before I come here, I already went to gym in a step master for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Sweating a lot. I had a bath with Epsom salt with an
Wow.
essential oil because I want to prepare myself for the best state for this interview.
Yes. Nice.
So for me, that made me feel good.
Yeah.
So self-love,
Yeah.
and also boundary.
Yeah. Boundaries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is such a big. That's a big thing for me because I'm a people pleaser. And especially in the beginning of a relationship, everyone I think always try to show the best part to your loved.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think sometimes if your spouse
Yeah.
or boyfriend, whoever, who didn't do anything that make you happy, like you are upset, you should not hide it. You should communicate with them in a very matured, loving way.
Yeah.
And don't accumulate, because if you don't say that, first of all, I think the foundation is not correct because you are not being your true self. You are not authentic.
Yes.
Second of all, a lot of these little things will accumulate, will stacking. When it's stacking together, and one day, when a small conflict happened, and you will explode,
Yeah.
and then your spouse will say, "Oh, she's being a prima donna."
Yeah.
Like it just why? So I think it's good to have a healthy boundary.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Healthy boundaries are so important, and I think it's interesting because other people that I've spoken to who've done the Yoga to Transform Love course have said that boundaries lesson was really powerful for them too, in terms of just even understanding where they need to put boundaries in or who they need to put boundaries in with, and like you said, that you can do it in a healthy, loving and mature way versus some of the more passive-aggressive ways or explosive ways that you might try to express yourself, which aren't so healthy, and then gets your spouse or the person you're putting the boundary in place with to go, hang on a minute.
Actually, I want to talk more about the act of love.
Yes.
You know, communicate in a matured way.
Yeah.
Is when they crying for love,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's very natural for us to react on the words or action, but we should respond with love instead.
Correct.
And I think a good lesson I learned from Sage.
Yes.
You know, Sage.
Yes.
She said when you have some problem, you want to make a statement. Don't use you statement.
No.
You use I statement.
Correct.
So for example, if your partner doesn't contact you as much as before, if you say, you don't contact me as much as before, it's kind of like a critic.
Yeah.
And guy, that's number one taboo for guy. They don't like, critical, being critical from the partner. So you can change it maybe into your I statement, which is say, I feel unloved. I didn't get enough as much as many messages from you before. So this is more, I think it's a more loving way, and it's all talking from you instead of pointing finger at him.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that's that whole taking responsibility, isn't it? So learning to speak from your needs and your wants and be clear about what you need and why you need it.
Yeah.
So that you can express from that place versus the place of hurt.
Yeah.
Like you've hurt my feelings because you didn't do these things.
Yeah.
And if you make a request versus a demand, then you're standing in your power, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Actually, also, this actually reminds me, love is everything.
Yes.
If we have an argument with partner, if we just thinking about ourselves, so when they do something, of course we will get hurt. But if we thinking for them, put them above everything, love them, then we'll think, we will know why they say that. Then we'll feel less hurt because it's not about me anymore. It's about him.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a boundary between self-love and love him without condition. So yeah,
and that's a bit of a journey, loving people without condition. And I remember I was having this conversation with someone recently about, I can't remember exactly the context, but I remember saying something like, well, I can just love you for who you are without any conditions attached, and their response was, well, that's very unusual because I've never met anyone that could do that before, and because normally love, we're taught that love is a certain way and people have to behave a certain way and do certain things, but love is more something that comes from us to the other person, right? And then we receive it back.
This actually reminded me, do you still remember when we're doing the Tony Robbins Date with Destiny course? He mentioned there were 4 levels of love. Do you remember that?
Yes.
The baby love, which is, it's all about me, I cry, you need to give me love, which is the first level of love. And second level love is a horse love. The horse trading love.
The transactional love.
Yes, he used a very taboo word. Can I say that?
Yeah.
So
you go for gold. You say what you need to say.
So Tony, he also apologized. It's not like anything, not disrespectful. He just want people to remember. He said it's horse trading love also means whore love. It's like whoring love. It's like a transaction, You love me, I love you. You don't love me, I don't love you. So that's a second level of love. The third love is love as it is. Is that? It's just love. Even he doesn't do anything up to your expectation, you still love him.
Yes.
And the fourth level of love, which is the highest love, which is love no matter what. Love even when they hurt you. So for me, that type of love is more like a spiritual love. So it's like a Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Dalai Lama, and Gandhi. But for me also, I think majority mom offer that type of love, right?
Absolutely. My children, gosh, I've loved them through whole many things. But I think if I think about the Yoga to Transform love course, the last week is about moving into that lovers and into that spiritual love and out of that transactional love. Because if I'm completely honest, if I look at a lot of relationships, they're transactional. Yeah.
A lot of previous relationships.
Yeah, quite transactional. Yeah. If you do these things, then I can love you.
Yeah.
And if you do these things, then I can. So there's these silent agreements written between partners.
Yeah.
That are so loaded with conditions, and then when you don't hit the transaction, then there's no love anymore. Like
if you don't do what I expected, I will leave you. You know, that's my weapon before, so it was really bad. But
yeah, that was your weapon. Yeah. You had a history. Of like leaving.
Multiple.
Leaving lots of people, or just one person.
Yeah. So I need to be more spiritual, or need to be more like a mom.
More like a mom.
Yeah. Mom love. Talking about mom love, I actually really want to share something that I watched several days ago on Chinese TikTok.
Yes.
I love Chinese TikTok. So there was a video. A mom was telling us her child doesn't like vegetables. So she is trying to make mixed vegetables as a filling put inside the dumplings.
Yes.
So the child will eat dumplings. But the problem for her is she doesn't have hands. So
wow.
Yes. So after several times, and then she at the end of the video she showed us how she using her feet to make the dough, the skin of the dumpling, and how she make the dumpling from the scratch, everything. The end result was like the dumpling she made. Way more perfect than the dumpling I made with my hands.
Yeah, wow.
And at that moment, I was like, wow, that's mother's love, right? So women, we are naturally very vulnerable and gentle, but I think women become stronger when they become mom.
Yeah.
So
well, I think there's a different resourcefulness that kicks in when you're a mother. Like when my children were young, I used to put the vegetables in the food in a hidden way too. You will eat your vegetables because I love you so much. I know it's good for you, but I have to disguise the vegetables so that they go in. But now it's funny because now that's how my children think that when you make spaghetti bolognese that you have to put the grated carrot and the spinach and the courgette and the mushroom all in the mince, right? They just think that's how you make it, but that's just how mum used to put the vegetables in. Exactly. It's interesting too because one of the other people who have completed the Yoga to Transform Love course, they talked to me about there's the who do you need to forgive lesson. Yeah. And she said she was really surprised at the people that she ended up having to write letters to, because part of the lesson is that you write a letter to the people that you identify you need to forgive. And in terms of some of them were workmates, some of them were friends, it
family
members. So that for her was really powerful. And then I remember she also said that the whole boundaries thing had really completely transformed the way she looked at and approached relationships too.
Yeah, it's an amazing course.
Yeah. Anything else? Like what are the three, like when you finished the course, you said that you felt relieved because you moved out of that scarcity. I've got I'm not going to love anyone again, and I'll be a lonely old spinster. And now you're like, of course I'm gonna love.
I'm a spring chicken.
Yeah.
You know the word?
Yeah. I'm a young spring chicken out there, and there's heaps of love inside of me.
Yeah.
So what are the three truths now that you're carrying forward with you into life?
I think like what I previously mentioned, self-love.
Yeah.
I think there's just too much voice inside me. I was very critical of myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm not good enough. I have to be on a certain way, then people will love me, otherwise they will leave me. So self-love. So I try to, like what I said in the course, I will go buy fresh flowers, putting my beautiful elegant black vase. It just make me feel so happy when I see them, smell them. Small gesture. And second is boundary. The healthy boundary. Like I'm definitely way more authentic than before.
Great.
I think a lot of times I wasn't truthful to myself, so I can be miserable. Even though the other party, he's very happy, but I was miserable. So now I'm way more authentic, even dealing with friends as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That also means like I'm better at saying no.
Good. Because you know what? You have to have a strong no to have a strong yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So if you don't say no to the things that don't serve you, then you're not going to be able to say yes to the things that do serve you.
Yes, we need to have room for the right thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So self-love, boundaries, saying no. Anything else? Or is that I think that's a lot.
I think also, you know, that aha moment, the
Yeah.
calling for love is
Yeah.
very, very important for me.
Yeah.
So I think I try to be not put whoever his needs, future you.
Yeah. If you're out there, just email Yoga here at Yoga to Transform. I can do a
Is this
dating
like
service. Yeah.
Bride advertisement. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's funny because I was having that conversation today on a coaching call with a client about how relationships are spiritual assignments. And that any relationship, not necessarily a romantic relationship, but any, you know, like,
I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
our friendship, our parents, all of that, they're spiritual assignments. So basically, when that call to love happens, right, the spiritual assignment is how can I stay in a place of love and love this person versus reacting and going into my old patterns. Yeah.
And also, I'm sure you know this, like everyone comes to your life, it's a reflection of you.
Yes.
It's a mirror. So that someone comes to your life, they gonna challenge you, and that's some area that you have to grow.
Yes.
So yeah.
And relationships are wonderful areas for growth.
To grow the most, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we were talking about in this coaching conversation this morning is that we can grow through challenge, right?
Yeah.
So I've had some challenging relationships in the past, I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I wrote a course called Yoga to Transform Love.
Oh, come from experience.
I was the first person who needed the course. And then, you can choose to grow through joy. Yeah. And find people who will support you on your spiritual journey, or if you're not into a spiritual journey, a personal development journey, like a journey that's going to keep growing and challenging you. And it doesn't necessarily mean romantic partners. It can be friends, it can be community, it can be work colleagues, but most of the story that we have is growing through challenge.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We learn the most.
Yeah.
Out of the comfort zone, and
Yes.
that's the reason why when you ask me this, because there's a quote that thinking yes before saying no.
Yes.
So I always say yes to any challenge come to my way, because I think since I was a very young girl, I'm always like to do things that just not comfortable.
Yes.
And I know I would be so happy after doing that. So challenge is good.
Growth and challenge are good. Yeah.
So that means challenging the relationship is wonderful.
Yeah. Absolutely. Challenging yourself with a 28-day love journey is wonderful too.
Yeah.
Now, Vicki, we didn't actually find out a lot about you at the beginning of the course. So we met through Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you do and what your business is and how we can support you. And yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
I came to New Zealand in 2009, I think, about 14 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And so my addiction is self-development. It made me very happy, which I think is healthy addiction.
Yes.
And so I always trying to find a way, like how can I make a living, also I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
So I was like struggling between nutrition and gemology, gemstone.
Yes.
So I had a godmother back then.
Yeah.
And I was asking her opinion, and she said if she is younger like them, like me, she will choose the gemology course, which is jewelry stuff.
Yes.
And I think also because my parents, they had a fruit business, fruit shop when I was younger, and I grew up in the shop doing. Do you remember those old-fashioned scale?
Like, yes. Ah, they were great, those scales, like the Libra scales. Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I was in the shop, and custom come over, and then I put the fruit for them and doing this and calculate how much you have to. So I think naturally I always like buying and selling. I love trading.
Yes.
So after finish the gemology course, which I chose, so I studied all of the world from different schools for the gemology course. I don't want to brag about it, but I actually got two scholarships from the same school called GIA, which is the best gemology school in the world.
Woohoo!
Thank you. So
well done.
this year I'm gonna go to London.
Wow.
Study computer jewelry design.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also I got highest honor from another gemology course in Asia.
Wow.
Yeah, so
High five.
I'm very academic. I'm always a front row student because no, I'm joking.
No, you are. It's so fun. One of the things I love about Vicki is that she's a front. You are like, so in yoga we call it adhikara. Like, what is the studentship of this person? And Vicki is I'm going to sit in the front row and take the most notes, and you know what, I'm that person too. So I love having someone that I can sit in the front row with and study.
Yeah, we're both high achievers.
Yes, both high achievers. Yeah.
So and then
that's one of your.
This is actually.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
So my business is actually, I have two models of business. One is I go overseas, maybe once or twice a year, and then manufacture brand new jewelry, and then bring back to New Zealand to sell. But at the same time, I do domestic as well. Like I buy and sell pre-loved jewelry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you know, if any jewelry that used to serve you, bring you joy, but doesn't bring joy and spark anymore, that you want to get rid of, you can contact me.
And we'll put Vicki's details in the information below, so that you can get in contact with her and you can check it out. Buy some jewelry. So that's a huge part of self-love, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because love is all we need, but having a little bit of jewelry doesn't hurt.
Wow, you know what? Marilyn Monroe said it best, right? Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Yes. Love yourself and shine like a diamond.
Exactly. I love it. Love yourself and shine like a diamond. Now you're making me think about that. So, you know, the French were said to die for love.
Wow, see, you have to sing. You have such a beautiful voice.
But I prefer a man who lives in gifts, expensive jewels.
Wow.
So there you go. Well, thank you so much, Vicki, for your time today. You were such a wealth of knowledge. I think I've learned some stuff, so I'm pretty sure that our watchers out there will have learned some stuff too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, I know a lot, but doesn't mean that I do like this. But that's my lesson, that I need to just do what I know.
Yeah. Well, I think the easy part's the learning, and then the hard part is the putting it into practice.
Yes.
So, and it's okay. Like when we're doing the practicing, responding to a call for love versus reacting, it's okay if you react, you know, because you'll recognize it, and then you'll learn, and we just keep getting better.
I love that, because I remember, I don't know which actor, is it Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Because I just did some Zoom call with him in the mastermind, and he said something like, you know, experience, no matter good or bad, it is your experience, so it's valuable.
Yes.
So no one comes here with a set menu, no one comes here with a right menu, you know. So we just do what we feel like.
Exactly. Do what you feel like. Do what brings you joy. Do what brings you love. That's us, Vicki and Christina from Yoga to Transform. Thank you so much for listening today. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. amazing. Thank you.